Hello everyone, today we are discussing Atcoder's beginner contest 392 and we are discussing the third problem of it, the C problem. So the problem statement is given here. So the problem statement states that we are given n people numbered from 1 to n. So there are n number of people. The person I is wearing a bib with the number QI and is staring at the person PI. So now you are wondering what is a bib. So a bib is what you wear when you are eating. So like you are eating something and then you are wearing some cloth here, na? So that is called a bib, right? That is a bib. So a person is wearing a bib with number QI and is staring at the person PI, right? So for example, one person is staring at another person, right? And this person is wearing a bib of number QI and is staring at a second person, number two, right? So for example, like this. So what we need to do is for every number from 1 to n, we need to find the number written on the bib of the person, right? We need to find the number written on the bib of the person that the person wearing the bib with number I is staring at. Okay, so very complex statement here. So if you look at it, this is a very complex statement. You will not get it in the first attempt. So what I want you to do is what I want you to do is I want you to look at the constraints of it. So if you look at the constraints, the value of n is 3 into 10 raised to 5. So a solution of O of n square or higher will not be accepted, right? So a solution of O of n square or higher will not be accepted. So the optimal approach for this question would be O of n, right? So this is what I want you to look at. Now, how do we achieve look at? So how do we achieve O of n? So this can be achieved using the concept of hash maps, right? So this is a question of a standard hash map question. Okay. So how do I implement hash maps? So see, what I want you to do is I want you to read this line very carefully. The number written on the bib of the person that the person wearing the bib with number I is staring at, right? So this is the first part, this is the second part, and this is the third part of the problem, right? So these are the parts. Now, let's take an example so you will understand it better. So there are four people, right? So let's say there are four people. So this is the first person, this is the second person, this is the third person, and this is the fourth person, right? There are four people. So one, two, three, and four. All right, four people. Now, what we are given is we are given two arrays. So we are given two arrays. Let's see. The first array is P, then the second array is Q. Okay. So how do we find P array? The person I is wearing a bib of QI number, right? So the first person is wearing a bib of number two, right? So this person is wearing a bib of number two. The second person is wearing a bib of number three. So this person is wearing a bib of number three. The third person is wearing a bib of number one. So this person is wearing a bib of number one. And the fourth person is wearing a bib of number four. So this person is wearing a bib of four. Okay. Now, the first person, let's see, the first person is staring at the fourth person. The second person is staring at the third person. The third person is staring at the second person. And the fourth person is staring at the first person. Okay. So what do we find is the first person is staring at the fourth person, right? So this is staring at this one. Right? This is staring at this person. Right? The second person is staring at the third person. So this person is staring at this person. Right? So this person is staring at this person. The third is staring at the second one. So this is this. And the fourth is staring at the first one. Right? So this is what we find. All right. Now for every number from 1 to n, from 1 to 4, what we need to find is who is wearing bib number 1. Right? All right. I will explain the question in a very simple terms. Who is wearing bib 1? Right? Who is wearing bib 1? Right? Who is wearing bib 1? So as you can find who is wearing bib 1, person number 3 is wearing bib 1. Can I say it like that? Say it like that. The third person is wearing a bib of number 1. All right. Then person 3 is staring at to whom? Person 3 is staring at whom? Who is the person 3 staring at? So the person 3 is staring at the person number 2. So it is staring at the person number 2. Now, what bib is the person 2 wearing? What bib is the person 2 wearing? Can I say it like that? Person 2 wearing. So as you can find, the person 2 is wearing a bib of number 3. So the final answer for the first one is 3. All right. Now same for the second one. Right? Who is wearing the number bib number 2? So like we will find who is wearing bib number 2. So as you can see, the person number 1 is wearing a bib number 2. Now person 1 is staring at person 4. Can I say it like that? Person 1 is staring at person 4. And what bib number is the person 4 wearing? Right? What bib number is the person 4 wearing? The person 4 is wearing bib number 4. So for the second one, the answer would be 4. Right? So as you can see, for the second one, the answer would be 4. The first one, the answer is 3. Right? Let's do one more. Bib number 3. Who is wearing bib number 3? The person number 2 is wearing bib number 3. Can I say it like that? The person 2 is wearing bib number 3. Then person 2 is staring at person 3. Can I say it like that? And person 3 is wearing bib number 1, right? Person 3 is wearing bib number 1. So the output for this one would be 1, right? So the output for this one would be 1. Now finally, let's do fourth one. So who is wearing bib 4? Who is wearing bib 4? The person number 4 is wearing bib 4. Person number 4 is staring at person number 1, right? Person number 1. And person 1 is wearing bib number 2. So the answer for this case would be 2. So are you getting it? What the question is trying to say? I explained it in very simple terms. We need to find the number written on the bib, right? We need to find the number written on the bib of the person wearing the bib with number I. So the person who is wearing bib number I and who is staring at some other person, we need to find the bib of that person. All right. I hope the question is clear. So we did three things. The first thing we did three things. The first thing is it who is wearing bib number I, right? Who is wearing bib number I? So I will make a hash. All right. So we made three observations, 1, 2, 3. So I will make three hash maps out of it, right? So let's make three hash maps out of it. So what will be the first map? Okay, who is wearing the bib number I? Can I say it like that? Who is wearing the bib number I? So I will make a first hash map of named bib. So that will store ki bhai, the qth of I, the qi bib is worn by who, right? Okay, the qth of I bib is worn by ith person. Can I say it like that? So there is a bib hash map which will store ki who is wearing qi bib. Right, this is what the hash map is storing, right? So this is the first hash map. The second hash map would be कि भाई the person is staring at which person, right? So what person is staring at which person? So I will make a staring at, let's name it staring at. So the ith person is staring at the person P of I. Can I say it like that? Okay, the ith person is staring at person P of I. So this is the staring at person. Okay, who is staring at whom? So this is the staring at whom. So this is the second hash map, right? Now we will make a third hash map ki what bib is the person wearing, right? So this is the third hash map ki bib of the person, right? So I will make a third hash map called bib of the person, right? So the ith person has a bib number of q of I. So this is the third hash map ki bhai what bib number is it? What bib number is the person wearing? Can I say it like that? Okay, the ith person is wearing which bib number? So the ith person is wearing a bib number of q of I. That is what is written in the question, as you can see clearly. Person I is wearing a bib with q of I and is staring at the person P of I, right? So I made three hash maps out of it. So these are the three hash maps. Now how will we find the answer? So first of all, I will find the bib of the person with the, I will find the number, I will find the person with bib I. That is what we need to find, the first thing, right? Okay. Who is wearing bib I, right? So that is what we need to find. So I will first do bib of I. Then I will find the person who is the staring at this person. So I will find the staring at of bib of I, right? Okay, the person who is staring at another person, right? And I will finally find the bib of that person. So I will find the bib of the person staring at of the person wearing the bib I, right? So this is the answer, right? Simple as that. So that is why I have made three hash maps out of it. Okay, I will find the bib of the person staring at the person wearing the bib I, right? So the person who is wearing bib of I will find the person who it is staring at, and then finally I will find the bib of the person who is staring at that person. All right, so a little bit complicated language, but if you look at it very simplicity, then you will find the answer here, right? So this is what we need to print, right? So we will print the bib of the person staring at the person wearing the bib I, right? So simple as that. So let's do the code for this. Alright, so let's do the C++ code for this. So please read the input format very carefully. So first we have to input n, then there is the vector p and there is the vector q. Alright, so first we will input the variable n, right? So in C in n, then we will make two vectors. The first vector is called p of size n and the second vector is also q of size n. So first we will input p, so I less than n, I plus plus, C in p of I, and the same for the q vector, I less than n, I plus plus, C in q of I. So two vectors are getting inputted. Now we will make three vectors, right? So three unordered maps of int comma int. The first one is called bib, the second one is called staring at, and the third one is called bib of, right? So we will make three unordered maps. Now we will traverse for all I from 1 to n, I plus plus, and what we will do is, how do we find the bib of something, right? So let's say I have to find the bib of this number. right? So the bib is for every q of I, there is this ith person, right? So the ith person is wearing bib, the qth, who is wearing q of I, right? So the ith person is wearing q of I, so we will write bib of q of I minus 1. So in indexing, right, we need to make sure that we are indexing it properly. So I minus 1 should be the index. So the ith person, q ith, no, the q of ith bib is being worn by the ith person. Can I say it like that? So this is the first one. Now the second one, staring at the ith person is staring at the person p of I. So staring at the ith person is staring at the person of p of I. Now same thing here, we have to keep in mind the indexing because we are running the loop from 1 to n. So indexing should be taken care of. The ith person is staring at p of I, right? P of ith person, all right. And the third one is the bib of ith person is wearing a bib of q of I, right? So bib of I is equal to q of I. And the same thing here, we need to keep in mind the indexing, all right? So this one, the ith person is wearing the bib q of I, right? Done. So we have made 3 unordered maps. Now for every, what is the answer for every unordered map, right? So the answer we have found out is, what we have to print is bib of the person staring at the person wearing the bib I, right? So we will print bib of the staring at the person wearing the bib of I. That is it, and we need to print it all using separated spaces, right? You should read the output format very carefully. So separated spaces, so this is like this. Alright, let's submit this. Alright, so as you can see, my code got submitted. Now let's do the Java code for the same. So for the Java code, please read the input format very carefully. First we have to input n, then there are 2 arrays p and q. Alright, so let's make a scanner class object for this. So scanner is equal to new scanner system.in. Now first of all, we will input n, the number of persons, people. Then there are 2 arrays. So the first array is called p of size n, and the second array is called q of size also n. So 2 arrays. Then we will input both of them. So let's run the loop from 1i to n. Then we are inputting p of I, right? So we are inputting p of I. So p of I is getting inputted. Then same for the q of I array. So we are also inputting the array q of I. Now what have I told you? We are making 3 arrays, right? So we are making 3 unordered maps, not arrays, hash maps. The first one is called bib, right? So let's make 3 hash maps. So the first hash map of integer comma integer, right? Integer. The first one is called bib equal to new hash map. Same here, right? So the second hash map is called staring at, and the third hash map is called bib of, right? So we are making 3 hash maps. Now we are doing this for every ith number, right? So from I to 1, for every I from 1 to n, what we are doing is, how do we find bib number, right? So every q of I, bib is worn by the ith person. So what we will do is, for the bib hash map, we will put it for every q of I minus 1, we will put the ith number, right? So the q of ith bib is being worn by the ith person. Can I say it like that? Alright, so the first hash map is done. Then for the second hash map, what we will do is, we will put who is staring at whom. The ith person is staring at the person p of I. That is what is written in the problem statement. The ith person is staring at person p of I. Alright, so what we will do is, for every ith person, we are doing p of I minus 1. Now why am I doing I minus 1? Because I have to keep it in the current index, right? We are running the loop from 1 to n. But for indexing, we must subtract minus 1 for it. Alright, so the ith person is staring at p of I, right? So that is also done. Now for the bib of, the ith person is wearing the bib q of I. Alright, so the bib of hash map, the ith person is staring at q of I. Now same thing here, we must subtract minus 1 from it, right? The ith person is wearing the bib q of I. Alright, so in fact p of I minus 1 and q of I minus 1, and here also q of I minus 1 here also. Alright, so q of I minus 1 done. So I have finally completed the hash maps. Now what we need to print is, the answer is bib of the person staring at the person wearing the bib I. Alright. So we will again traverse from 1 to n. We will again traverse from 1 to n I plus plus. And what we will print? What will we print? Alright. So system.out.println, normal printing, not println. We will print bib of staring at bib of I. Alright. So bib of dot get staring at dot get what? Staring at dot get what? Bib of get I. Alright. So bib dot get I. That's it, done. And we will print it using spaces. Alright. So I think that is it. Bib of get staring at get bib dot get I. That's it. Submit. Let's submit this code. Alright, so let's see, it is giving compilation error. So let's see, there might be some issue in the problem. So we cannot find the symbol staring at. Alright, so have I made the staring at? I have made it. So starting, oh, I written staring at here and starting at here. Alright, so let's quickly copy this and let's do this again. Alright, so a little bit of spelling mistake there. So I'll just paste it here and let's correct the spelling. Staring, this is not starting, this is also staring. Alright, so I'm used to writing starting now, so I've made a mistake, small mistake there. Sorry about that. Let's submit this again. Let's see, it is taking some time. Alright, so as you can see, my code got accepted, the Java code also got accepted. Now let's talk about the time complexity of this. So the time complexity of this approach would be O of n, right? In standard cases it would be O of n. In some languages it could be O of n log n, considering the map time complexity. So we are using an additional map, so the space complexity for this approach would be O of n for using the hash maps. Alright, so the hash map, and we're using 3 hash maps, so the overall time space complexity would be O of 3 into n. Alright, this would be the time space complexity, alright, because of the hash maps. And the overall time complexity would be O of n. So this is the optimal approach, and as you can see from the constraints, this approach will get submitted. Alright, so this is the standard question. I hope you learned a lot from this question. This was a fairly complex question considering the problem statement of it, but once you realize the problem statement is quite simple, you will get the solution as soon as possible. So keep on learning. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, keep learning. Take care. Bye bye.